Hey, welcome back to The Explainer. Today we are digging into a tool that's designed to streamline one of the most vital and, let's be honest, sometimes frustrating parts of any business, customer support. We're breaking down ThriveDesk.
All right, let's just jump right in with a question that, I'm guessing, keeps a lot of business owners up at night. You're pouring everything into growing your company, but does it ever feel like your customer service is actually holding you back?
Yeah, if that sounds familiar, you're probably nodding along to some of these pain points. You've got messages coming in from email, social media, a contact form. It's all over the map. Your team is totally burned out answering the same 5 questions over and over, and you just have this gut feeling that you're losing sales because of it. It's organized chaos, right?
And this is precisely the problem ThriveDesk is built to solve. You know, their whole philosophy is right there in their tagline. It's about building tools for people who actually genuinely care about their customers. So let's see how they pull it off.
So first things first, let's talk about engaging customers at scale. This is all about turning those simple little chats into actual meaningful conversions. This really shows the power of their live chat feature. I mean, think about the old way, right? A visitor lands on your site, maybe starts a chat, but then their kid screams, their dog barks, they get distracted, and poof, they're gone. That's a lost sale. But with ThriveDesk, even if they leave the site, the conversation can just pick right back up over email. You keep that connection, you keep that engagement going.
And it's so much more than just a little chat box in the corner. The live chat assistant gives you these real-time insights on who is on your site, which means you can be proactive and maybe even step in to prevent someone from abandoning their cart. You can, of course, customize it to match your brand perfectly, and, most importantly, you can use it as a direct sales tool.
But look, any tool like this is only as good as the other stuff it plays nicely with, right? It's all about the integrations. This quote from the CEO of Brainstorm Force really says it all. It highlights that ThriveDesk isn't just checking a box with features. They're delivering really powerful, well-built connections to the tools you're probably already using.
Okay, so engaging customers is one massive piece of the puzzle. But what about your own team? Let's get into section 2, which is all about unifying their workflow and, turning that chaos we talked about into real collaboration.
Really, the magic here is getting everything, and I mean everything, into one single place. No more jumping between your email client, then over to your social media DMs, then back to some separate ticketing system. The shared inbox becomes the one and only source of truth for every single customer conversation. So let's walk through what this actually looks like in real life. A ticket comes in, and instead of someone having to figure out who gets it, AI just routes it to the right person automatically. Pretty cool. Now, if that person needs a hand, they can loop in a colleague with a private note right there inside the ticket. And all the while, the customer is kept in the loop on the progress. It's just efficient, it's transparent, and it's built for teamwork.
And I think what Nelson Miller says here really hits the nail on the head. It's not just about one single feature. It's the whole package, right? The essential tools, the integrations that actually work, especially if you're a WordPress user, and having great support and fair pricing. That's what makes it a total game changer.
All right, so your team is organized, they're collaborating, but how do you actually lighten their load? Well, the third pillar of ThriveDesk is all about empowerment, and specifically, it's about helping your customers help themselves.
The strategy here is it's just smart. It's about leverage. When you build out a self-service knowledge base, you give your customers instant answers, 24/7. This slashes the number of simple, repetitive tickets that clog up your team's queue, which frees them up to focus on the more complex, high-value problems.
And this is huge, by the way. This knowledge base doesn't have to look like some clunky third-party thing that's bolted onto your website. You can completely brand it so it feels like a seamless part of your site. We're talking your own domain, your logo, your exact brand colors. It keeps that professional, cohesive brand experience totally intact.
Okay, so we've got engagement, we've got teamwork, we've got self-service. The last piece of this puzzle is reach. How does ThriveDesk fit into the bigger picture, especially on a global scale?
Well, for starters, it is absolutely built for a global audience. Right now, ThriveDesk supports 5 different languages, and they've got more in the pipeline. So, as we start to wind down, let's hear what actual users are saying. Salim Rana really points out 2 things we've been talking about. 1, it's easy to use, and 2, it smartly bundles multiple tools, like your ticketing and your live chat, into one simple package. It's all about that value and simplicity.
But this, right here, this is the bottom line. Huang Yuan is literally connecting the dots between implementing ThriveDesk and seeing an increase in orders. So this isn't just about making your support team's life easier, it's about using exceptional customer care as a direct driver for business growth. That's the real takeaway.
So I want to leave you with this one question to chew on.
After seeing how a unified system can turn chats into sales, get your team on the same page, and empower your customers, what is the true cost of not simplifying all this stuff? What opportunities are you missing out on right now?